My name is Tom, your friend and host with weaponseducation.com, and in this video we're going to talk about specifically the finish on a Kimber. Does it last the test of time? Will you be happy with it over time? Will these guns make you happy for the money they cost? And I think you're going to find out it's a big fat yes. But I'm also going to show you some negatives. I'll show you some scuffs that you can expect. And I will also say, in these Kimbers, you can run the double tap 450 short magnum cartridge, 230 grain or any grain you want. These are 45 ACPs that are just total cannons, and I've done a video on these double taps. So that's what I carry in all of my Kimbers. Let's get on with the video, and welcome to weaponseducation.com, my friends. Thumb it up, man. This is all good stuff. Let's talk right now about the stainless Pro Raptor 2 to start out the video. And this one, as you can tell, please zoom in real close, Tammy, in beautiful high definition. Look how beautiful these guns are, and all I can do is praise Kimber. Those of you naysayers, okay, I respect that. Everyone has their opinions, and we're just talking about finish right now. But I mean, attention to detail. You gotta say, you gotta give an A+ to Kimber on everything, on all of their 1911s. And I'm speaking about 4 1911s in this video, and an A+ to attention to detail as far as the ergonomics, aesthetics, and the way they look, and the way they perform. And I'm not going to discuss the fact that the mainspring housing, mem parts, I've never heard a report of one not performing well. And this video is not about performance, it's about the finish of these beautiful Kimbers. So this one here, now you know I have a lot of pistols, and I carry, it's impossible for me to carry them all, but I do carry them all. And this one I've carried maybe 15-20 times, not all that much. So you can tell there's zero wear on the stainless Pro Raptor 2, which has what they call the satin silver, a beautiful satin silver. But I could imagine if you really carried this a lot, you might see some wear up here. You might, okay? And then if you do, congratulations. That means you're carrying all the time the way you're supposed to. Now let me show you one that I carried 5 straight years, every day. Now here's one that has a lot of wear on my ankle. Now let's focus in on the Ultra Crimson Carry 2. Awesome gun. I mean, all these guns are awesome. You may want to run, I'll throw in some tidbits here, some Wilson Combat mags in lieu of the Kimber mags, but I think you guys already know that. But I just have so many 1911 mags, I still run Kimbers and no problems. With that said, okay, this Ultra Crimson Carry 2 has a matte black finish on the slide. Now zoom in close and let's look at the wear. Now this is a lot of wear. I mean, a lot of usage, but not a lot of wear in my opinion. Let me put it that way. I carried this gun honestly on my ankle for 5 straight years, every day. So take a look here. See it? Get within a nano inch right there. You see the holster wear? Okay, you see the holster wear? That's as bad as you can expect. Now over here on the front of this slide, on this side, you can see there's things I would not want to use polish on, by the way. When it comes to a black or blued finish or any type of matte black finish, I would not use a polish on, because you're going to take the black out and you're going to start more problems than you ever wanted. So you're just going to have to send it off and get it refinished if you're really that upset that you've got some wear and tear on your slide. But this is the worst Kimber I have as far as the way it looks from carrying day in, day out on my ankle for 5 years. And I never missed a day. And of course I don't draw the gun all that much on my ankle, but just sitting in there in the heat, South Florida heat, that's about as much wear and tear as you're going to see. Right there, right there, right there. Nice and close, and particularly the left front of the slide. This gun's about 6 years old now, okay? And it's got oh gosh, a couple thousand rounds through it. Oh, I love this gun. I love these Kimbers. So I have nothing negative to say except, yes, if you have this type of finish, expect it to get this type of wear and tear on it. So it's not going to be beautiful, beautiful in 5 years from now, like a stainless with a satin silver finish, but the matte black will show some wear and tear. Now here's another gun that will, and this happens to be my favorite Kimber of them all because it's a 10mm. It's the Eclipse. And, well, where is the wear and tear? Actually, nil, except for something I did myself. Zoom in right there. And this is what happens to all of us. If you haven't, you're probably maybe dishonest or fibbing, or you don't have enough guns. Let's put it that way. I'm just joking. Meaning that you pulled your gun out of your safe and you tapped it against another one. And that's what I did here. Do you see that scratch from top to bottom? Okay, so zoom in real close right there. And that is something I would not put polish on, because on the Eclipse, which happens to be my favorite finish of all Kimbers, because it does not shine at night. It does not shine during the day, hence the word eclipse, like the moon. It is so beautiful. There's a little imperfection there. I remember when that happened. A round fell off of a shelf onto it, and then it got a little scuff mark there. So these little imperfections, particularly this one, where I scratched it against another gun, pulling it out of the safe, that happens, and that's life. Oh, here, look at the front here, right on that muzzle there, on the front of the slide. Yeah, you can see there's some wear and tear, and I carried this a lot, and I still do. This is my 10mm 1911 go-to. This baby right here, I got to admit, this Kimber Eclipse Custom 2 is just so beautiful, and I'm not too concerned with the finish getting too scuffed up. But if I cause it myself, like I did this scratch, and like I did that little imperfection, I can look back and it gives me a little, like, it's like, it's a remembrance. Let's look at the top. Okay, this matte black type finish will scuff up, but then again, it didn't. And this one I carried a lot. When I say carried, meaning past tense, it's only because I get a lot of new guns. So every day I got to carry a gun for like a month so I can do a video on it, and etc., etc. So it's hard for me to carry a gun for a year straight. But this one I did carry for about 2-3 years straight, and I'm going to start carrying it again regularly again. So there you go. So yeah, you can see some imperfections from holster wear, really close. I mean, if you really analyze it, you're really getting close. Some people might be bothered by it because the cost from $1,200, whatever it costs, $1,300, it's a lot of money. Oh, that I agree. They're a lot of money, but they're worth it. They are definitely worth it. Everything is just so beautiful about them. And remember, 1911s like to run clean. Keep them clean. Every time you shoot them, clean them. And Kimbers have a slightly different assembly and disassembly, for that matter, than other 1911s. So learn how to disassemble and reassemble your Kimber properly and clean it every time and keep it well oiled. I use white lithium grease, and here's proof. Well, I'm thinking of it. Look at the inside of this one. See that? Now there's a lot of white lithium grease in there. And you know what I can do? If it bothers me, like, oh my gosh, that doesn't look good, it's not too pretty, all I gotta do is get some gum out or anything like that, spray, carburetor cleaner, and it comes right off, gone. But the pros at Sig Sauer, they all swear by white lithium grease for long-term storage of all pistols. And then here is another Kimber with zero wear. I must admit, I haven't carried this one all that much. The stainless Ultra Raptor 2, I carried this. As you can see, I got some white lithium grease coming out of the barrel there and muzzle. Okay, and but I want to keep it nice and lubed. That stays in there, and that really keeps it lubed up, especially if you're near the salt water like I am. I'm right adjacent to the Atlantic Ocean here in southeast Florida. And there you go. I want to tell you the bottom line is, yes, the Kimbers are worth the money. Yes, the black finishes will wear over time. Yes, the Eclipse could scratch easily. Okay? So just be careful. And if it bothers you, when I first scratched this, it bothered me. And now I look back and I go, remember that day when it bothered me? It doesn't bother me no more. It's like really, it's like a tattoo or something on the gun. It's fun. It's cool. It's like, all right, man, I remember that day. I'll never do it again. I learned from that mistake, and it's marked mine. Okay, it's a weird way to look at it in that analogy. I guess you got to justify a mistake somehow. But I'm telling you, they do wear well. And don't listen to all the silly stuff you read on the internet. Here's proof. 4 guns, total, whatever they cost, $5,000–6,000 in guns, that I am very happy with the purchase of these 4 Kimbers, and I plan on purchasing more Kimbers with no concern about the wear on the finish. As a matter of fact, if there's no wear and tear, it means I'm not carrying them enough. That concerns me the most. So it's all good fun. It's all good stuff. Get trained. And you know what? Join the NRA. I want to put that in here at the end. I'm going to put the link below. I can't even tell you how important it is right now to be a member of the NRA. I don't want to talk about other gun channels who negatively talk about the NRA. I'm not even going to go there because it disgusts me so much. There is a reason why the liberals who want to take and disarm us want to just get rid of the NRA. It's because the NRA is the one force that can get rid of them from taking our arms away. We need to be members of the NRA now more than ever. If you got one little piece of information out of this video, probably going to make you go buy a Kimber, thumb up the video, subscribe to the channel, and go to Weapons Education Holsters. Oh, I didn't talk about my holsters. I'll put a link below for that. Oh my gosh, the holsters I make for this stuff are out of this world. Best in the United States, best in America. I specialize in shoulder holsters, belts, and sidearm holsters. The best by bar none. My name is Tom. Thumb up the video. And I care about all of you, and I put a lot of time into these videos. And thank you so much, my friends. Bye-bye.